Rusty balls are a problem. I mean, unless you live in the desert and you never see a drop of water, you're going to get rusty balls. You know, if you're in the garden and you're picking them out on the floor and you're finding them, or they just get wet, stainless steel balls will rust easily. So what we're going to do today is we're going to clean them. Now, I've separated these. I'm going to put these just back in here. Right. We've got rusty balls here. And I've split the mostly clean ones into two. These are mostly clean. You know, there's no really obvious rust on them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put white vinegar, pure, straight, neat white vinegar into the rusty balls. Vinegar dissolves iron oxide, so it should have a good job at cleaning these up. And then I'm going to put it also in the mostly clean, just because I want to see what it does to them. Does it really make them all like spotlessly new? This one is the other half of these is a control. I'm just going to leave it. We're not going to put anything in, just to compare these two to see the effect of the vinegar on these. So let's get the vinegar out and let's start pouring. Okay, here's my 5 litres of white vinegar that I bought on Amazon. I actually bought 10 litres because 10 litres of this cost me £9.99 and 1 litre cost £8.99. It's ridiculous. So I got like 9 extra litres for £1. So now I've got lots of white vinegar. I mean, you can pickle with it, you can cook with it, you know, you can put it on your chips, you know, it's edible. But we're actually going to pour it onto this. Okay, let's pour this stuff. Apologies if you can hear the rain noise. It is absolutely chucking it down here. Right, first of all, let's pour over the rusties. Now the mostly cleans. Right, and we'll leave the last one as the control untouched. Now the plan now is we will leave these alone for 24 hours, maybe a couple of days, I don't know, we'll see. And we'll come back to them. Okay, here we are. It's the next day. It's now about 10:30 in the morning. We did this about 2-3 o'clock last night. So it's been, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 8 hours or so. So the rusty balls. Let's have a quick look at these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to dig in and give these a stir, because there's definitely visible stuff everywhere, all over these still. But they are fizzing away, if you can see. Can you see? There we go. It's all fizzing away nicely, which is good. So I suspect a good stir. Oh wow, actually, okay, can you see, I don't know if you can see this, I'll see if I can macro into this. Basically, a lot of the surface stuff is coming off when I'm moving it. That's incredible. So, hang on a second. Okay, I've just given those a really decent stir with a stick, and you can see there's all that iron oxide, all that rust just floating in suspension here. So we're going to leave this a little while, because I did it last night and it also looked like that and it settled. So I just want to see what happens. I think what really needs to happen is you basically need to kind of tumble these or spin them, because the balls will basically kind of clean each other as they're rubbing against each other. It sounded a bit dodgy that, but you understand what I mean. So I don't know how much of the stuff on these now is actual just surface stuff that's loose and how much is welded on. Actually, I know what I'll do. Should we change the vinegar out from this? Let's change it out. 2 seconds. Okay, so we're going to change the vinegar over. So because these were actually filthy. So let's get rid of this stuff. Right, there's all the grotty water we'll chuck out. Let's have a quick look in here. Okay, so there's still some visible dirt on them, but they're definitely a lot cleaner than they were. So let's give them a second quick wash, because I don't want to finish there. I think I can do better than that. Get some more of our white vinegar. We'll literally just top off the rusty one again. There we go. And we'll give it a quick stir just to get it all, you know, in there. Okay, it's already clouded up a bit. I don't think I need to change the mostly clean. We'll give it a go. Right. Let's leave that. It's now, like I said, it's now about 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's leave it till about 4 or 5 o'clock, and we'll come back to them. Okay, I'm standing outside at my sling station, right? It's been absolutely chucking it down overnight. Now, unfortunately, I left some balls here in my little kind of ball holder, and as you can see, they're submerged and they're going rusty fast. But this is great. It gives me the opportunity to see if fresh rust comes off any easier. So I'm going to bring these inside and we'll chuck them in a small pot, get some vinegar on them and see what happens. Okay, so here are our freshly rusted balls from outside that we just got wet. Just put them in a little measuring container and we'll chuck, if I can get some vinegar in there. There we go. Alright, let's leave those and we'll come back in a few hours, maybe 8 hours later this afternoon, this evening, and we'll see where the rust has gone. And we're back. It is now 11 o'clock, so it's coming up to close for about 24 hours. We've got the rusties, the mostly clean, and the control. We've also got the extra ones that I picked up here, and actually I've got a few more down here. So we're just going to clean these all off and compare them. I have to say, on first looks, these are looking pretty incredible. Remember, these were really grotty. Right, we'll look at them properly at the minute, but literally just by eyeballing them, can you see any rust on them? And there's some very nasty stuff in there. Okay, I'm having a look. Okay, yeah, okay. So look, if you take something like that. Okay, we'll look at this in a moment. Let me just clean this up. We'll come right back. Okay, so here we are down here. Excuse my grubby hands, I've been mucking around. Okay, so these are the freshly rusted ones. I'll zoom in. We'll see if we can get some macro action going on. Okay, so these are the little balls that were in the pot. In the small pot that were outside in the station. Now looking at them, on the face of it, they look great. They're not completely spotless. So for example, this one here, if you're being really critical, again, ignore my nails, I know it's disgusting, I'm very sorry. That's what you get for mucking around with iron oxide. There you go. Okay, so it's not perfect. Would you call that competition level pristine? No, of course not. But is it a massive improvement on what it was? Yes. Right, so those were bad, but not like they were freshly bad, so I don't know if that means anything. What we'll do now is we'll go and do the rusty ones that were really, really grotty. Because these were nasty, and we'll see what kind of effect it had. Now, immediately, what's interesting, can you see on the back here, you can see all stuff rubbing off. So actually, these probably need a clean, like just a good roll on stuff, just to get the surface stuff off. Because there's a lot of grot on there still, see? Okay, in fact, I wonder if I should do that first, or am I doing it now? I don't know. The point being is, let's just grab a handful. I mean, they look great. There are markings on them, see? Like there. But I suspect, with a secondary clean, with maybe some oil and some salt, just to take that last level off, you could probably get these really close to shiny. You know, you don't want to polish them, we're just going to fire them again, but just to keep them kind of level, round and symmetrical and lovely, you know, so they fly true. Right, this one here doesn't look brilliant. Okay, now remember, these were really bad. These have been in the garden, trodden in, walked over, rained on, rusted, you know, for days, weeks and months. So that's pretty remarkable for something that could have been really bad. Okay, what we'll do is we'll clean these up. Oh my gosh, okay, let me show you this. I don't know if you can see. Look at the jar. Can you see the outside of the pot here? It's filthy. These need a wash. Okay, I'm going to go do that now. Okay, so these are mostly clean. And again, on the face of it, these are fantastic. No issues. I mean, they're not polished shiny, but they are clean grey. Can't complain with that. Now, looking at them, there are one or two like the others, which you've got a few marks on. You see that flat spot? That's why you shouldn't shoot metal targets. No, these are pretty good. Remember, these were mostly clean anyway, so they didn't have anywhere near as much work to do. There's still some residual grot on these. I've got a lot of flat spots on mine. There you go. That's because I was shooting a lot of indoor targets, 15mm targets, close range. Right, those are good. I'm happy with those as well. Now, I tell you what we'll do. Let's put those to one side here. Now what we'll do is we'll double up and we'll put the dirty one, we'll put the rusty ones, the really dirty ones over here. As a side by side. Now, I don't know if you can see this. These ones, the dirty ones, are still visibly dirtier. Oh my god. I thought I cleaned them off. They may not be dirty. Hang on a second. Let me just take one and give it a clean. Now, you know what? They need more cleaning. This is nuts. What you're about to see is horrible abuse of a beautiful Caddyshack bag. Sorry, Wayne and Co. I've got another one because I've bought multiples from you. So I've got this. I need to use it because it's canvas. So I'm going to use this as a wash bag for the balls. So I'm going to put the balls in here, give them a juggle around, and all the inside should rub it and clean it enough, I hope. See all that junk on the surface? It's just surface junk. Or at least I hope it is, because it seems to come off quite easily. There you go. Wayne's Catty bags are also really good ammo bags, I guess. Right. Okay, they're still coming up disgusting. Okay, I didn't want to do this, but I think we're going to need to. I'm going to give them a bubble bath with water, but then just dry them off afterwards. Okay, I was going to add water, but I'm not. I can't bring myself to doing it because water and steel reacts, or makes rust. So I'm going to add vinegar and see what happens. Because I just want the detergent to capture all of the yucky bits, all the dirt, and hold it in solution. So let's see how this works. Okay, interesting. Vinegar doesn't make bubbles. I guess I maybe should have known that. I just assumed that liquid would make bubbles, but I guess that you need water to make bubbles. Okay, all that came off of it. Gross. Right, that's looking much better. I think we're going to have to give it one more rinse through with a bit more vinegar, just to get the bubbles and detergent off of it. Right, visibly cleaner. The water still wasn't perfectly clear, but it's decent, and I can't be asked to do this all night. So let's pour these into here. Oh right, that's much better. Check out these. That's lovely. I'm very happy with that. And those were the very dirty ones. Alright, I'm just cleaning these off, and these are the ones that were in the small pot from the outside sling station. And they're grotty, right? And I've tried cleaning them off with a microfiber towel just to get the surface stuff off, and it's not coming off. And I haven't done these with detergent. So I'm now going to do them with the detergent to see if it actually makes them clean like the other ones. So let's just try that quickly. Okay, after detergent they're better, but they're really not great. Not as good as the other ones. And you know what that is? It's down to the fact that they're in a small container and there was a small number of balls, and that means they weren't rubbing against each other and kind of cleaning each other as they rub against each other, you know. So they kind of polish the surface when you roll them in numbers, and that's probably a big thing. So bear that in mind. Small scale, not a good idea. Larger scale, much better idea. Also much more economical because of the use of all the vinegar, which is not expensive. Right, I need to clean these ones again. They're still filthy. I think detergent needs to happen as part of the process. Oh, and by the way, I'm chucking this handful in those ones. Okay, that was really interesting. I learned a lot there. Okay, firstly, if you're going to do this, it doesn't make sense to do it for small numbers of balls or ammo shot, whatever you call it, right? It just doesn't make sense. Even though it's cheap white vinegar, it just doesn't make sense. If you've got thousands and thousands of balls that are grotty, you know, then great. You know, okay, let me just grab. This is what I was using. I've used up probably 4 litres. Right, so that's probably about £6 to clean not that many balls, maybe a couple of thousand. Doesn't make that much sense, to be fair. So save up all your grot and do it, because otherwise it's just cheaper to buy new balls, frankly. It really is. You can buy, I don't know what, like a couple of thousand for 40, 50 quid. So there you go. You might as well do that. But if over time you've accumulated loads and they're just, you know, you don't want to bin them, you want to use them because they're perfectly usable, you might as well just clean them off and do it. So that's exactly what this is for. So things that I've learned, I would definitely put some kind of detergent in there first, just to help kind of hold all the grot in suspension. It's because it sticks to the balls and you don't want to rub it back into the balls. You want something to hold it out of suspension. So something detergent would be good. Also some kind of grit, some kind of abrasive, maybe some salt. I don't know how salt reacts with vinegar, so check that one out, to just give it a little bit of abrasive power. And I reckon if you repeat the process that I did, and then just wash them off, the washing them off and the cleaning will be easier because of the detergent, and because of the salt or the abrasive, you'll probably get that much more cleaning. Now, everything that I've read says don't leave your balls in vinegar for more than 24 hours because then you'll start to get pitting because the acid attacks the steel. So, FYI. So I think really great experiment. I've now got a whole bunch of clean balls. You know, I've resisted making the puns and ooh and FNAF stuff the whole video. But, you know, having clean balls is a good thing. Not just obviously keep the missus happy, but because if you're really a stickler for accuracy, you just want to make sure you've got a nice clean sphere to fly through the air as cleanly as possible. Now, I guess for my level of accuracy and probably most of you, a little dink, a little rust on the side is not going to change the accuracy picture that much, whereas anchor points and, you know, the other consistencies will have so much more of an effect on accuracy. But like I think Mike Beresford, or his name, of the British Olympic cycling team said, it's about the aggregation of small changes. And that's what all accuracy or getting good at anything is about. To get to the next level is making those small changes. Sometimes having clean balls might be part of it. I hope you've learned something. I know I have. This has been really useful. I hope it's been useful to you. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you again. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.